most guys in or around our age have already given up. They're scrolling, they're gooning 5 times a day, and they're playing video games, they're not really interacting with any humans, let alone women, and they are struggling severely. There is no discipline, there's no willpower, there's no direction, no purpose, no clarity, there's nothing there. If you are maybe 16 to 24 and you don't want to fall into this trap, this video I'm going to lay out exactly what you need to do and exactly what I did when I was just starting out to completely get rid of this trap and start doing something purposeful and start making your life worth something. Before that, if you don't know who I am, I'm Matt. I built an agency and now I'm building a coaching business, basically teaching people what I did with the agency and still do with the coaching business. And really the entire goal with what we do is helping more early stage agency owners hit that $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 per month. Now I know this type of content isn't typical for a fancy business channel, but it's the constraint. It's genuinely the constraint in the majority of people. If you look at the environment that you were raised in as a young man, you're in a society where everyone is very much so plugged in to the distractions, to the TikToks, to the video games, to the porn and gooning, all of these things. Everybody around you is plugged in and it's normalized. And if you're the person, let's say you're 16, 17 and you're in school, if you're the guy that keeps his phone in his backpack instead of his pocket and doesn't just whip it out every 5 minutes to scroll, you're the weird one. You're the weird one for not being plugged in. You're the weird one for not having a porn addiction or a video game addiction. You're the weird guy if that's you. And so naturally, a lot of guys, they want to be normal. They want to fit in. And so to do so, they're going to get put down this normal path that is what people expect them to do. And that's how people end up in these situations where they're 25, they're 30, and they have these, or maybe they're 35, 40, and they have these midlife crises where they realize, what the fuck am I doing? I'm in this place not because I want to be, but it's because it's what other people kind of expected of me. And actually, I don't give a fuck about this at all. I have one life. Well, what am I wasting it for? There's a very good quote by, I believe, a man called Henry B. Thoreau. I have no idea how to pronounce his French name, but what that quote is the mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. What's called resignation is confirmed desperation. There are so many people that have resigned themselves to a normal, average life, where they work in middle management, they have a mortgage, they live a normal life, they go out to the pub with their friends 3 times a week, they scroll, they have like a fucking dead marriage, and they goon. That's common, it really is. And if you're anything like me, where you're a bit different, that type of life, this is crazy to say, don't get me wrong, but if I was living an average life, I would fucking myself. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. For me, for what I've seen is out there, what is capable, what I have the potential to do in my life. If I had an average life, I would myself. That's the genuine, honest truth. And of course, 85, 90% of people want to have an average normal life, and that's, of course, they can do that. But for me personally, and if you're the type of person that's watching this video, you're a high performer, you're watching videos about improving yourself, it's weird, it's irregular, right? If I had, a white picket life where I didn't do the crazy things that I wanted to do, and I didn't absolutely live it, I would kill myself. It's not the life that I want to live. And if you're in a similar boat to me, then there's a few things that you can do to push yourself as far as possible. Now, the first one is using this time, 15 to 25, not as a place for comfort, but as a place to build your skills. So many people say, oh, just enjoy your 20s, enjoy your teens. But that's what the majority of these people are doing. And we don't want to be average. We don't want to be like the majority of people and end up where the majority of people are. So we need to be weird. We need to be the person that is really building something in these years, so that when you're 30, when you're 40, when you're 50, you are living a peak life. So this is the time for you to be in the trenches, whether it's your cold calling, $150 a day to build your business and hit $100,000 per month. If you're learning some new insane tech AI thing that you're going to then start a company with. If you want to be an athlete, maybe you're a wrestler, maybe you're an MMA fighter, a boxer, and you're going all in on your craft. We need to be honing our skills and sharpening our weapons instead of going out every weekend and fucking taking MDMA and Ket and being a little degenerate. That is the last thing that we want to do. And then alongside that, and this is, by the way, probably 5 times more important than anything else, is removing the distractions. When it comes to improving yourself, when it comes to, kind of reclaiming this kind of masculine energy that you have, it's much more so about removing the scroll. It's much more so about, removing Instagram, removing Snapchat. If you're not posting on something like Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, why is it on your phone? I haven't downloaded TikTok. I haven't used TikTok in like 4 years. Because, Instagram, okay, fair enough. It kind of sucks that I'm on there. I'm posting, I'm making content, I'm making reels, I'm making stories for my business. Awesome, cool. YouTube, I don't really consume as much on YouTube as the majority of people, but I still do sometimes. It's not awesome, not great, but I'm making YouTube videos. Okay, cool. Why the fuck would I ever have a Snapchat? Why the fuck would I ever have TikTok? I'm not creating on those. And people who have Snapchat, people who have TikTok, are just not people that are worth talking to in the first place either way. There is no reason whatsoever for you to have them. So removing things like TikTok, like Snapchat, like Instagram if you're not posting. Like, the porn addiction that you might have. Like if you're drinking, like if you're taking drugs, like if you're abusing anything else, removal is so important. We need to remove distractions. If it helps you, if it's what you need, watch a Hamza video, go on a dopamine detox, reset your brain, and start, like we said, pushing your energy in these earlier years and towards mastering your craft. Whether it's fucking origami, whether it's sales, whether it's cold calling, whether it's wrestling, whatever it is, dedicating yourself to something and looking for excellence in that craft is what we need to be doing, and it's what I'm doing too. And more than anything, by far, is having the awareness that this has happened, right? Having the wake-up call to watch this video and realize there's kind of 2 paths that you can go down. You can go down the average, soft, feminine, weak path, or you can go down the path of purpose and of, excellence in your craft and of doing something extremely meaningful. Those are the options for you. And I know which path I'm taking, and I'm hoping that you're similar to me if you're watching this video, so I'm sure you'll take the same path as well. Now, beyond that, it's very cool to, watch this video and think, oh yeah, you're right, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. But you say that, and then tomorrow, you spend 2 hours in bed doom scrolling, and then you wake up, and then you scroll, and then you don't do any work. Saying one thing and doing another is almost just as bad as in fact, it's worse than admitting, okay, I'm going to do X path, because at least you're fucking being honest about it, right? But if you're the type of person that says, oh yeah, I'm super disciplined, I'm super locked in, I'm going to do X, going to do Y, going to do Z, and then you don't, what are you doing? That's even worse, right? And that's where something that I dealt with absolutely a lot is, wanting to be the type of person, but, when the day came, not having the discipline to get up and do the thing that I needed to do. And that's what taking big, drastic, massive actions to change your identity into, becoming he who can is very, very important. Something that I did when I was just starting out, and something that I've done recently, literally yesterday, shaving my head off, right? Becoming a Eggman. And now that I've done this, every single time that I look in the mirror, I think, oh fuck, I have no hair. I need to have this massive change, right? It's a very good kind of physical representation and reminder every single fucking second, every single day, that I need to evolve and I need to become he who can. So you should absolutely consider doing something like that as well. Now, if you are a more early stage agency owner, the first link in the description is for you. So go ahead, click that. Please do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.